Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way.
In a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps.
Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix.
50 Cent has just dropped what many are calling explosive new footage, showing Diddy inside prison looking tense, shaken, and far from the confident image people expected. And it's spreading fast across the internet. Not long ago, reports painted a completely different picture, claiming Diddy was living comfortably behind bars, enjoying privileges, and even mentoring other inmates on business moves. But now, that narrative is being questioned. This new footage is fueling speculation that things inside aren't as controlled as they seemed. Behind the scenes, whispers are growing louder, suggesting that not everyone in that environment is on his side. Some reports even hint at possible threats tied to old industry rivalries, including connections that trace back to Tupac, turning the situation into something far more serious than anyone first imagined.
Because people think that he has something to do with Pac, people think he has something to do with Biggie, and they right here in Brooklyn. You understand? It's right here in Brooklyn, and some of the people are still mad that he made making of the band walk to Brooklyn from, to get the cheesecake, and just around the corner from the Cheesecake Factory. So, Junior's. So it might be some dumb shit. So y'all need to get him out of here and ship him to Jersey because somebody gonna kill him over here. Those are good arguments, if you want to call it, but it's bullshit. He gonna get the same treatment no matter how much money he got.
On September 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur was shot in a drive-by attack in Las Vegas, a moment that would shake the entire music world. He fought for his life for 6 days before passing away at just 25. Then, only 6 months later, tragedy struck again. On March 9th, 1997, the notorious B.I.G. was killed in a similar shooting in Los Angeles. Two of hip-hop's biggest icons gone back-to-back, at a time when the industry was already divided by the intense East Coast versus West Coast rivalry, a conflict fueled by loyalty, pride, and years of growing tension. At the center of the East Coast stood Sean Combs, known as Diddy, Biggie's close friend, producer, and the face behind Bad Boy Records. Over time, his name kept resurfacing in conversations surrounding both tragedies, keeping old questions alive. A recent documentary, The Reckoning, revisits these unresolved tensions and the history behind them. Several voices featured in the film suggest there may have been deeper layers to what happened, raising questions that have lingered for decades. According to Bad Boy co-founder Kirk Burrow, the tension between Diddy and Tupac didn't just appear overnight. Early in their careers, they were part of the same circles, moving through the same spaces. But everything changed on November 30th, 1994. Tupac went to Quad Studios in New York to record a verse for an artist connected to Diddy. Instead, he was ambushed, robbed, and shot 5 times in the lobby. He survived, but that moment shattered his trust. From that point on, suspicion took over, and the divide only deepened. In a 1996 interview with Vibe magazine, Tupac was directly asked if he believed Diddy had any involvement, a question that, even years later, continues to fuel debate, speculation, and unanswered theories.
Teach Pac a lesson, because Pac had owed him some money. So that's why he was up in the studio and was coming to the studio. Pac owed him some money. He was gonna work it off and get some money from doing a song with Lil Sean. And that's what that was about. But Pac was talking greasy to Jimmy Henchman, and Jimmy Henchman wasn't the type of dude that you talk greasy to, allegedly. Unless you're 50 Cent.
So Diddy knew what was going to happen to Pac.
He knew Pac was about to deal well, yeah. He was there to see it. He was there to see it. He wasn't only there to see Big them when Jimmy Henchman told him that. He was there to see what's going to happen to Pac. He was there for that. Because had he not been there for that, he would have went up there in the office. He would have went to the studio or the studio session with Big them. He would have went to that studio session with Big them. He knew what room Big them was in. He didn't do that. He was there to see what was going to happen to Pac after Jimmy told him. And that's factual.
Gene says this lines up with what Kirk Burroughs has also claimed, that Diddy played a role behind the scenes. And if money was involved, Gene believes Kirk would know where it came from.
Yeah, Kirk Burroughs, he also said that, he feels like, Diddy was behind Pac murder.
Yeah. If Diddy played a part in that stuff, like he said, Kirk know where the money came from. I'm going to say this. They tried to, if you talk about the Vegas trip and the whole 9 yards, Kirk said that he paid for people to drive out to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He said he paid for people to drive out of Vegas. I was heavily with Bad Boy at that time. I don't remember that part of it. You understand? I don't remember that part of it. But if Kirk knew and he was paying for people to drive out to Vegas in the whole 9 yards, it's hard to hide $1 million, brother. You ain't going to cash that in the check cashing place. You signing that over to somebody. I said 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. Eric Von Zip showed me and my man Boondang, AKA my man Slick, a check for $1 million. We don't know, and everybody trying to say, lying, talking about half of it got paid, 500. I don't know. I know when I asked him about, we asked him, do we ask? No, we didn't ask him. I know